Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Pathfinder Kingmaker. Last time we started exploring the northern bank of the Skunk River, and we eventually made it all the way back up to the tranquil riverbed, or bend, where we took care of the boggart problem that was a lot bigger than I thought it was. They had their own little cave in here that they were living in. They had a champion they were worshipping. It was quite the little force they had. And caused us quite a bit of trouble. We've got 2 characters on death's door. We used up a lot of resources. So we're gonna have to rest when we get out of here. But we did manage to win, and we got some decent equipment, some decent basic magic equipment, like a lot of rings of protection, cloaks of resistance, a lot of masterwork weapons. So pretty good, a pretty good haul. How over encumbered? We're not even close to being over encumbered. That's good. So now we're gonna head back out of here. We're gonna camp. You want to camp here? I kind of like camping on the map if it's possible. We have to move up there. Yeah, let's go camp on the map. I like seeing our little campsites. And we've got everything set up already. We can just begin resting. Yeah, rest.
Remember that day in Starfall? I was laying there with broken ribs and my face all smashed up. And you rocked my head on your knees and wiped the blood from my face.
I remember, Reg. I do. And I'll never forget it. But that's all over. Forever.
Yeah, it's such an interesting relationship they have. Like, Reg is very clearly happy he's free, but that conversation there made him seem like he maybe thrived a bit in his enslavement, if that makes sense. Right? Like he misses just the 2 of them kind of thing. I don't know, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Is that like a Stockholm syndrome kind of thing? Not quite. Like he's not. I don't think he's like at that level. But we did get a update that we need to get to the Bald Hilltop. The time has come. Let us visit the Bald Hilltop and deal with this ancient curse that has our priests so worried. We might need to rest a second time. We are pretty fucked up right now. Or we could switch these guys out for somebody else because we're being near the capital. Let's go down this way. Get this thing. It's gonna take 8 hours. It's gonna take us a while to get there as we go through the northern gnarl marches again. Yep, go ahead and claim this. Why are we claiming it? Can we not? Oh, belongs to a region outside my territory. Okay. Okay. That's why I can't use the kingdom button either. Gotcha. 8-legged plague. Huge 8-legged beasts continue to multiply and flood the barony with their offspring. Well, that's not good. Why is it stopping here? Okay, we can get to the Bald Hilltop there. Damn it, she got fatigued.
Need to catch my breath.
Alright. Then we might as well go to the capital and rest. Yeah, I was gonna try and do that, but she got fatigued right when we got there. We'll rest. We'll rest again. Make sure we're all healed up. Maybe we'll take somebody besides Reg. I do like Reg, but have we talked to Reg? Yeah, we talked to him. Your Grace, Keston has a troubled look on his face. I fear there's another matter that requires your attention. There have been reports, many of them, from settlements across the gnarl marches. There are trolls in the forest, seemingly hordes of them. Rumors claim they're more than the typical savage beasts. They almost seem to show reason and tactics. They form groups, attack all at once, plunder the villages, and carry away the peasants. Even stranger, kobolds have been spotted among their ranks, when usually they would be attacked on sight. Keston falls silent for a moment. I'm not certain any of this is reliable. Fear builds mountains of molehills. Some of the rumors even say these trolls carried torches and burned down houses, seemingly unafraid of open flames. It's entirely possible the rest of the reports could be exaggerated as well. The common folk will hardly heed any simple exhortation. Someone will need to go to the Gnarled Marches to investigate the matter. I was considering the matter when it hit me. What if you were to take on the investigation yourself, Your Grace? A baron's duty is to his people. I'll head south and look into the situation. You believe trudging through swamps and chasing rumors to be part of a baron's duties? I may have time for this later. We'll pick number 2. I'm maybe doing it more of like a teasing tone, though. Forgive me, Your Grace. However, if this problem isn't handled now, by next month there may be no one left to save. Keston shifts uneasily. So, if you do decide to go, please remember that trolls can only be killed with fire or acid. Yeah, we've got Octavia, so she's got both fire and acid.
Trolls who didn't fear fire? That sounded terrible, and dangerous, and terribly dangerous. If we couldn't rein them in, our young barony would be eaten up in a snap.
We can't have that, can we? Okay. Manage kingdom affairs. Gotta keep the free land safe. Keston arrived at the castle with reports of strange trolls swarming the Gnarl Marches. Ivanki's offer. Success. Ivanki Ki, High Priest of Erastil from Restov, has a strong interest in spreading the stag god's faith across the region. He's eager to build a shrine dedicated to Erastil on your lands. Yeah, we've read that. The first shrine in your capital will be built free of charge. Do we get, like, refunded? Because I'm pretty sure I already put one in. Okay. Event of the month. The locals are bored and don't know what to do with themselves. This is the perfect moment to hold a celebratory event. But what exactly? Okay. We can have Amiri do this. 80% chance. Favors the direct approach. Okay, maybe we'll do that. Trade taxes. Some half-elf trading fabric in the capital discovered a loophole in the law, which made it possible to avoid paying most taxes. The news spread quickly through the merchants' guilds. Measures should be taken immediately, or the treasury will take a loss. Well, we can't have that. 70% chance for her. We got the 8-legged menace. Nobody here can do that. The rumors surrounding the Bald Hilltop proved true. The barony has been flooded with monstrous spiders, attacking the locals and slaughtering the cattle. Reports indicate that the huge arachnids spread a ghastly disease that weakens the victim with fever and coats their body with blisters. This invasion has to be stopped before panic and infection ravage the stolen lands. Yes, that needs to be done. A recurrent dream has recently been troubling the Baron's slumber. He sees valiant heroes entering ancient ruins to descend under the ground, never to return. Their faces show stern resolve, their lips pinched thin. The angry red sun follows the heroes into the darkness, casting its fleeting evening rays upon them. Just before waking, the Baron hears a faint whisper. "Come to me, hero. I await you here, in the tenebrous depths." Creepy. Okay, how do I claim this? Be available to claim in the future. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I can send you guys off to do these. 80% chance is pretty good. So we'll start that event. And for you, 70% chance. Do we want to increase that to 95? Yeah, we don't want our economy to suffer, so we want this to succeed. Yep. Everybody knows the most important thing to a country is their economy. Sure is. Okay. So we're good here. Let's go take a nap before we head to the Bald Hilltop. beneath the stolen lands. Again and again, our hero has the same dream. A dark cave leading down into the dark, bottomless depths. Our scouts found the entrance to this cave, but they were not foolish enough to venture inside, and rightly so, for they weren't the ones summoned by nightly visions. That pleasure belongs to the hero, which means that he'll have the honor of being the first to explore this new and deadly dungeon. Onwards. I'm pretty sure that's the what that other DLC scenario. Not Varnhold, but the roguelike one. Of course, this is, you know, the single player story version of it. The single player is the story version of it. Find out more about the trolls. To deal with the trolls, we must first learn more about them. Yeah, yep. Alright. More stuff on our kingdom map. The Freelands. I wonder if I should have combined the word. Freelands. I don't know. Yep, I knew that. Okay, so nothing new there. We've got one more day before she's done, so probably by the time we're done with the hilltop and we have to come back and heal, more than likely. She'll be ready. Okay.
Tread lightly.
We got this night bracer thing. Can you do anything with that? The storyteller's eyebrows raise. How interesting, may I, your grace? A coin from a non-existent country, 400 gold, 300 gold. Ah, the belongings of brave heroes who performed their feats here before you. Find all 5 of them. Please find the rest. 5. Okay, cool. Thank you for the money. The money is good. Go right here. Alright. Hey, it already got rid of Ragongar for me. That's nifty. Wonder why it keeps bringing her out for this. So we have spiders to deal with. Who's gonna be the most help against spiders? Probably Ragongar, to be honest. Yeah, I kind of like having him in the party. I don't know. He was really effective, which I appreciate. Okay, to the Bald Hilltop. Takes 3 hours to get there. Give me 3 a.m. 4 a.m. Let's stop this spider infestation. And hopefully we don't get too much ability damage. Okay. Let's save it. As we move onward. Always onward. There we go. Okay.
Let us be careful.
I'm not afraid.
Ooh-wee. Alright, so we got spiders coming at us. Might have wanted to buff beforehand, huh? Go ahead and buff her. Bull strength. Can you move anymore? No, you're done. You're donezo. Alright, you're gonna charge at this giant spider. Hell yeah, took care of him. What's the other one? Looks like it might be that one. That'd be good if it's not this one. Okay, it's this one right down here. That's good. That gives me more time to prepare and get ready to attack people. And by attack people, I mean attack you. Good. Alright, Khaneera. Khaneera? She's not supposed to be here. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Kill this one.
Taste my fury.
Good damage. Alright, Lindsay. Play your song. Alright, that guy's gonna come, and then it'll be that guy up there. So none of them should be able to attack us before we get to go. Which means, as long as everybody does their job, we won't take any ability damage here. Question is, will everybody do their job? Charge him. Well, was gonna say nobody would take damage, but I forgot that she does that. Did more just get summoned? I think so. Yep. Damn. Ooh, good. Good, good. Okay. Let's go ahead and charge. Beautiful. Alright, next up, this one up here.
Consider me provoked.
8 damage. Alright. You're gonna want to kill this guy.
Solid plan.
Missed. Oh no. Okay. Kill this one. Okay. Kill.
Is going to hurt.
Oh, they got bigger. That's what's happening.
Serves you right.
Well, that's not good. Good. I need to kill this one. Who's that? Silky. Old person, she failed. So she's held. That is not good.
This is for you.
Okay. Need to kill this one. Come on, guys. Fuck. I need to get up here and kill this guy. Doom Spider? Ah, shit. Kill this one. Good. Do that. And move up. Decent damage there. Hit him with that. Alright, Silky, what do you got? Lindsay succeeded, that's good. Did we go for it? Go for it. Yeah, we knew she was probably gonna die. She's still alive. Oh no, she's not. Never mind. Bad to overcome spell resistance. Shit. Okay, get in there. Damn it. Regonger, do it again. The 19 damage there. Fire.
Fight if I have to.
Not good, not good. She can't have too many hold persons left, can she? Lindsay succeeded again, that's good. Got the trip on her. That's gonna be good damage. Okay, he's alive. Alright, try and hit it again. Good damage, good damage. It's almost dead. Come on, Lindsay. Damn it, Lindsay. Alright, do it again. Come on, Regonger. Come on. Damn it. Regonger.
You can't stop
You got
me.
this. Okay. Lindsay failed. Damn it. I need to kill this guy. Lost the dex. Lost the dex. Come on, you got this. You got this, Kanira. Oh boy. Alright, do it again. What? I thought I pressed 1. Oh no. Can you kill her?
Consider me provoked.
Agronak, you need to break out of that, my man. Killed her. He's down, yep. You would think that would break everybody out of their
Burn.
stuff, but it's not looking like it. But Leopard should be able to handle it if we don't finish it here. God damn, man. Alright, charge. Can't. Natural 1, love to see it. Come on.
This is where I step in. Serves you right.
Snap out of it, guys.
I'll fight if I have to.
There we go. Phew. You made a fortitude save? Okay, you gotta make
Anything
2
is
saves.
possible.
What's it's the religion, right? Who's got the best religion? Out of all you guys. Probably you. No, not you. You? No. You? No. You? No. Anybody? Regonger? Uh-oh. What about your sister?
I'm glad you called.
Good enough, I guess. Use that on Lindsay. No! No, I failed, Lindsay. Now you're gonna die. Okay. Annoying. Alright, she's free with that now. What did you have on you? A dagger, ring of protection, and a wyvern skin cloak. This cloak grants its wearer +2 enhancement bonus to natural armor, 4 resistance bonus on saving throws against poison, sleep, and paralysis. Helps your armor. I'm gonna give that to you. No, it doesn't stack with the natural armor. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna give that. Ooh, what do I have again? Let's just get. I'm gonna give this to you. There you go. And the cold resistance, I'll give to you. Okay. Let me look at that. An ancient curse. Issue an urgent decree to protect barony. Alright, well, I've done that. The time has come. Let us visit. Okay. Guess there's not like an update. We do need to go back to what's this? A fragment of an ancient pillar covered with eroded letters of an unknown language. We need to go back to get rid of this dex damage. Actually, yeah, we have some scrolls. I don't want to use them or any of them for risk of wasting it. So we can get rid of that damage pretty easily. That went pretty well, all things considered. I think. I mean, it could have gone better. We did have 2 people go down, but.
Let's head out.
All right, and there's nothing else here. Okay.
The path is clear.
Back to town. We'll go speak to Arsinoe, and I guess we should sleep again because we're injured. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. I do know we're on a time limit. I am aware. But, you know, we still want to play realistically. I think after that encounter, we'd go back to town, talk to Jod and Tristian. We should have took Tristian with us, to be honest. Now I'm thinking about it. We'll stop at the main square first. We need to talk to the girls, too. The tiefling girl. Tiefling girls. I don't think we've talked to them and had their like conversations. Oh god, I choked on my beer. Oh, that's the worst. My apologies. Gotta slow down. Whew, okay. Let's see. So, Arsinoe. Anything else new here? I don't see anything. Okay. Arsinoe is over there, but let's go ahead and sell to Hassif here. See what you got and offer you all this stuff. Go ahead and sort by type. I don't think we're gonna have anybody use the Great Club +2, so we can sell that. And I don't think we're gonna have anybody that uses the Heavy Shield, so we can sell that too. Probably sell Tartuccio's ring. Surely I don't need that anymore, right? Do let me know if I actually should keep that. Alright, and we can go to you and go into here and go to here to restore your dexterity. There we go. Restored. And then this is their house, right? Oh yeah, the sweet teeths. Teeths? Teeth. Sweet teeth. Elkie. I can't believe it. Look who it is. If it isn't the Baron himself. I thought gentlefolks didn't hang around their subjects' homes. Elkie slaps the young tiefling on the side of his head. Forgive him, your grace. He's got a big mouth. So big that when he comes to visit someone, his tongue enters first, and talks rubbish for a few minutes before the rest of his head shows up. Tevi, the two of you are trying to say that your visit is these two are trying to say that your visit is a great honor for us. How can we help you? Don't say that we can't. There are many things we can do. Just try us. Tell me about yourself. Anytime. Yes, if nothing else, we always have a lot of stories. Ask and we'll tell you anything you'd like. How do you know Kaliki? Or Kaliki? Our elder? She's the best. Naiho jumps in place, waving his hands. Yes, we've known her for many years, though at first we didn't know she's a tiefling like us. One time we prepared a lot of different sweets and wanted to sell them. We were sitting in the streets. They don't let you into the market without a fee. Then there they were, boys and girls, in wonderful dress. Obviously rich or noble, and with them an ember skin. So beautiful, Elkie sighs dreamily. She wanted to buy some sweets from us, but her friends scoffed at us and took her away. And it was Kaliki. She was only pretending to be an Azamar, using an illusion. And Elkie fell in love right away. Hey, what are you looking at? It's the truth. Well, she found us later and bought our sweets and started to keep an eye on us. She called us the Sweet Teeth ever since. Our elder. We'd be lost without her. Why'd you leave Kadira? It's all because of the cult of the Dawnflower. The ones who honor Sarenrae for the scimitar she holds in her hand, not for her kindness and mercy. They look at any tiefling like a hound looks at its prey. Like, you know, we can see what's inside you. You're just waiting to do some evil. So we gathered secretly with other tieflings and genie offspring to discuss how life is not so good for us in Kadira and how we could change everything. And then they decided we were conspirators. Our elder won't tell you this, but she's modest like that. But she's the one who saved us from the raid. She ran to us and fought off the cult's soldiers so we could get away. The forces of nature have given her quite some power. If it wasn't for her, I don't know what would have happened. Maybe we'd just be exiled, but I don't think so. Who are you to each other? Relatives? Friends? These two are often mistaken for my brothers. We are, in fact, a family, but in truth, I'm actually their grandmother. What, you don't believe me? I only look young. You got everything mixed up, Grandma. I'm your grandson, but he's the third great-great-grandson of your nephew's sister-in-law. How's life here for you? Everything is so strange here. The ground is cold, the trees are so green it hurts to look at them, and even the sky is strange. It's like we're in another world. We find something new every day. It's great. It's a shame that it's so cold all the time, though. But then again, it keeps changing. Snow, rain, whirlwinds, storms, and lightning. And after that, a rainbow. It's beautiful. And the people here. In Kadira, everyone's face is either servile or arrogant. Everyone is looking for someone to bow to or look down on. It's so different here. Everyone is their own master. Even the bandits on the high road. Of course, they'll take your boots off you, but with respect. From one free person to another. Thank you for your answer. Ask away. How'd you find out about the Disk of the Eclipse? Oh, that's some story. We're walking at night, in complete darkness, through an empty moonlit barren. And we got lost, and stumbled into a scary thicket. And then we saw light ahead, a witch's house. As soon as we went inside, she said we are dummies who couldn't watch our tongues, and threw us out. The Disc of the Eclipse? We found out about that by accident. A peddler talked to us on the road and just gave us an ancient chronicle where we read about it. We accidentally used the chronicle for kindling, but we remembered everything we read really well. I have to go. Thanks for stopping by. If you need anything, just whistle. Alright, what's all these pots? Honey. Pots of honey. Oh, they're the sweet teeth, right. Alright. So we got Kynira here. Oh yeah, this is locked, isn't it? Yeah. Hey, girl. The tiefling girl taps her foot, irritated, then leans toward you and whispers loudly. Did you see that? My sister has all 3 of her empty-headed friends right on our tail. They used to follow her around in Qadira. They know both of us very well. Couldn't we just send them away somewhere? Oh, and by the way, hello. Let me ask you a few questions about your past. That's reasonable. Who wouldn't want to know about their subjects' companions? Tell me the story of you and your sister from the beginning. The beginning of this story is quite unexciting. My sister and I were born in Qadira, a place most unsuitable for tieflings. The people there honor the radiant Sarenrae and think of themselves as guardians of the good. Of course, no one threw us in a dungeon right away or tried to kill us for no reason, but we could forget about social status. It's impossible to rise from rags in that country, where they value connections and reputation more than gold. Since birth, they looked on us as evil creatures, vicious and unpredictable. Not that it's entirely false, Kynira smiles coyly, but what is truth, generally speaking? I've always known what I was worth, and what lot I deserve. If superstitions stand in the way of achieving a goal, there's no reason to shed a tear. Better to use those same superstitions to your own ends. I must say, in Qadira they idolize Aasimars almost as passionately as they hate tieflings. So I thought, with a little effort, I could pass as one, and my mastery of fire could be mistaken for a sign of Sarenrae's goodwill. Of course, a masquerade of that sophistication required a little outside help, and I found it. I made a contact with a resourceful devil who calls himself the Forefather. He wove an illusion over me and my sister, hiding our tiefling features from everyone. Oh, this doesn't shock you. It's not that I wanted to bind myself to a powerful and devious creature, but what choice did I have? To watch bowls at a caravanserai until the end of my days? That wouldn't just be a waste of the priceless gem that I am. I'd be burdened with caring for Kaliki, that naive walking virtue who is totally unfit for a hard life. A contract with the devil? That cannot stand. You tried to fix an injustice that came upon you as a curse from the cradle. That can be understood and forgiven. No one is inherently good or evil, only our intentions are. I hope you made the most of that contract. That's what matters. Chaotic good. I'm just the incarnation of goodness and innocence, aren't I? Anyway, it's all in the past now. The contract was annulled by my death. Now I'm free to live as I wish. Yeah, sure you are. Uh-huh, because that's how devils work. What was the agreement you made with the devil? I'd have to spend the whole evening telling you all the details. Contracts require thoughtfulness and accuracy, especially ones like this. But to put it simply, I was to do as he commanded, and in return he granted me a powerful illusion, which would make my sister and I indistinguishable from Emberkin, descendants of Piri. The contract included a number of caveats and limitations. In particular, the task that devil would give me could do me no harm. The contract didn't involve my soul. On the contrary, it bound me until my death, but no longer. Okay. Now, did you technically die? That's the question, right? What is death? What assignment did the devil give you? You'd be amazed. They included fighting evil. The Forefather comes from a line of apostate devils, or demivigas. Demivigas? They live for one goal only, to turn people's souls away from serving any god but Asmodeus. Our Demiviga made a nest for himself in Qadira long ago, finding special pleasure in enslaving the servants of Sarenrae. Nothing helps to turn souls away from a faith better than fanatics of the faith. You have no idea, Agranak, how often a zealous servant of the good, in their struggle against evil, has pushed others into the arms of that very same evil. That's why the forefathers sent me to serve the followers of the cult of the Dawnflower. Unlike the old church of Sarenrae, those cultists celebrate the goddess more for her warrior aspect than for her mercy. My duties included seeking out secret cults of demon and daemon worshippers, and other springs of evil in the sun-swept land of Qadira, real or imaginary. Questions, suspicions, public trials, 1 or 2 exemplary executions, and fear sank its claws into the hearts of the weak and doubtful. How can a good goddess allow this? What if I'm next? Those who entertained such doubts would soon hear a knock on their door from a messenger of hell, offering a simple solution: protection and prosperity in return for their souls. That's how I aided the legions of hell by working under Sarenrae's sunny banner. What was it like living disguised as an Aasimar? We've lived for a few years under this disguise, gaining a certain status, affluence, and crowds of gullible suitors. In time, I found a patron from among the followers of the cult of the Dawnflower, a man of great wealth, with a personal army of mercenaries, who roamed the lands of Qadira night and day, seeking out monsters and those who worshipped them. I quickly became his confidant, and joined the army, all as the forefather desired. Perhaps this is why the devil agreed to give us the appearances of Aasimars. Everything was going perfectly, but then Kaliki, that silly child, got herself mixed up with a band of tiefling renegades, who were too cowardly and stupid to achieve anything in their lives by their own wits. They organized something like a secret society and gathered in the evenings in their huts. They spoke of opening everyone's eyes and making them treat the outcasts with dignity. Sooner or later, they would have done something stupid and gotten themselves caught, and brought my sister down with them. So I helped them a little, and put my patron's people on their track. If only I could have kept Kaliki from her foolishness. On the night of the raid, for some reason I told her the truth. I thought I could explain to her that her actions were threatening our secret. I thought she would see reason. But nothing works out as one plans. She hurried off to warn her friends and fell into the hands of the cult of the Dawnflower. Almost said the cult of the Final Dawn. Her disguise was unmasked, and with it, mine own as well. Oh, sands and skies. I can't imagine the rage my noble patron felt. His Aasimar confidant turned out to be the treacherous tiefling. I had no interest in learning how far he'd go in his rage, and immediately set off to flee. Alas, as soon as they found out what happened, the remaining members of a cult of demon worshippers, who I'd once helped disperse, quickly tracked me down. They summoned a soul eater, who cut my life short, and my story was at its end. Tell me about how you were resurrected. You better ask Kaliki about that. When she learned of my death, she pleaded to Nethys, the god of unparalleled powers, and his herald agreed to return me to life. But in the state we're in now, only one of us can be in the material plane at a time. Meanwhile, the other sleeps in a special demi-plane. What happened at Jamandi's mansion? You know the fun part of our story? When Nethys returned me to life, the poor, hungry soul eater started following my trail again. He cannot discover me, so long as I live disguised as Kaisi, but he keeps trying. That's one reason why my sister and I never stay in one place for long. We moved north, living here and there until we reached Restov. Lady Jamandi's offer was simply too tempting. Bring some pathetic bandits to heal and receive a barony in return? Of course, Kaisi could never be a baroness, but the adventure itself was an intriguing opportunity. Besides, I was in desperate need of distraction, so I showed up at the reception, made some valuable connections. Kinira locks eyes with you. I witnessed the attack of the unlucky assassins, but then, unfortunately, missed out on all the fun. The moment I ran through the fire at the mansion, I was carried away to the demiplane, and Kaliki came forth to deal with the consequences. You know the rest. Alright, thank you. Oh my god, there's so much. I'd like to know more about you. Of course, many do. How does it work, your living in turns? By the power of Nethys, my sister and I cannot meet. For as soon as one of us appears in the material plane, the other one is immediately spirited away to our demi-plane. There we sleep until it's time to switch back. The demi-plane, by the way, is full of elemental energy, which is wonderful for restoring our strength. It's a pity this ability came after we'd paid such a heavy price. I would have avoided my painful death, and I longed to see my sister again, and singe her hair to show my gratitude for everything. Despite her vitriol, Kynera sighs with sorrow and seeming tenderness. The demi-plane nourishes us and keeps us from all kinds of trouble, but the price? It's hard to live and make plans when at any moment you can be pulled from reality, only to return after a few days, or even weeks. I'm glad that, thanks to you, we have now at least learned to control the process a little. Do you like it in the Stolen Lands? I prefer large and bustling cities to backwaters, but on the other hand, the chance to build up a whole state from nothing, it's so tempting. I don't like chaos, though I've learned that at times I won't be able to play by the rules. So here's my answer. With some effort and right investments, your dominions might become something someday. Tell me about your sister. We were at our 8th summer when Kaliki, the spring of my solace, got angry at me and chucked a bunch of desert thistles into my hair. I had to cut them out afterwards. That's what you have to suffer if life rewards you with a sibling. Though I should say that very evening I burned her favorite dress. With great trouble comes great satisfaction. Alright. Thank you. Let's talk about what it means to be a tiefling. Admit it. You like my horns. Or is it my tail? I do. The horns and the tail. They make you special. How are tieflings born? We are born if an ancestor laid with a powerful and evil outsider, be it a devil, a demon, or some other dark creature. Many mortals do this, believe me, either for power or pleasure. This heritage can be hidden for many generations, and it can manifest in many ways. It's difficult to find two similar tieflings. Which outsider do you and your sister descend from? From a devil. I can even guess which one. Of all the infernal beings worshipped in Kadira, the horror queen Mahathala is the most venerated, secretly, of course. Servants of her court frequent these lands, and they leave trails. Your horns would make you special. And that's it? Kynera slowly sways her tail. I've been known to spark curiosity. Everything is clear, thank you. Tell me about Kadira. Kadira is part of the Padishah Empire of Kelish, a great, thriving state. Don't think me rude, but the northern states are but a pale shadow of my homeland. Only Taldor at its height could compete with us, though it's long since lost its power. My land is wealthy, powerful, and full of opportunities for anyone cunning enough to seize them. It's a pity they're all devoted to Sarenrae, and the whole array of superstitions that go along with it. Look at your golden-haired boy priest, and you'll see at once what exactly makes living in Kadira so unbearable despite all its grandeur. Kynera wrinkles her little nose. Don't you think that the disk of the eclipse reacted strangely? Maybe. My sister and I have tried to figure out what happened, but failed. We need a real specialist in this sort of magic, a specialist like I can't even imagine. I can definitely say that the disk hasn't been destroyed. It seems to have become a part of my connection with my sister, helping us to move between the material plane and our demi-plane. We'll continue to explore this new ability. Maybe we'll learn more at some point. Tell me, what made you stay here after we found your relic? A fair question. You see, there's an important detail about how I died and returned to life. I was killed by a repulsive creature called a Soul Eater. After a spellcaster aims it at its victim, the wretch will chase it tirelessly and endlessly. But when I was returned to life, the Soul Eater lost its prey. But it's still chasing me, and might show up at any time. It would be much easier for me if I could meet it here, surrounded by experienced monster hunters, ready to protect a poor fugitive from danger. I won't let anyone hurt you. We'll deal with the beast if it shows up. The lives of my companions means more to me than can be expressed in words. I will try to help you. And why, I wonder, should I protect you? I won't let anyone hurt you. I like your confidence. I I have a penchant for the strong and confident. I want to talk to your sister. With that stiff? Kinera wrinkles her nose, but seems strangely saddened. Very well. I'll get her. So long. The tiefling girl greets you warmly, but seems a little distracted. I'm glad to see you at my hearth. She bites her lip and adds in a whisper. Have you seen the sweet teeth? I can't get them out of the house, and I'm so scared they'll suspect something and reveal our secret. Kinera's and mine. I wish I could keep them busy somehow. Somewhere, out of town. But anyway, welcome. Okay, I'd like to ask you a few questions about your past. Ask me anything. We owe you much, and being open with you is the least I can do to repay you. Tell me the story of you and your sister from the beginning. My sister and I were born in Kadira, the country of radiant Sarenrae, where we tieflings are not very welcome. But for my sister, this was more of a challenge than a barrier. She wanted respect, power, and wealth, things we were unlikely to get, being who we were. But she found a way. The people of Kadira revere the blood of the skies, and the same fanaticism with which they distrust that, the blood of hell. Azamars, especially Imbrican, are welcome guests in any house. Pretend to be one of them, and all doors are open to you. I didn't want to participate in this masquerade, but my sister insisted. We played upon our resistance to fire, and her gift of controlling this force of nature. Both are often taken as signs of Sarenrae's goodwill. But it was not enough to entirely hide our essence and pass as an Imbrican, and Kinera asked for help. She asked a master of deception and illusion. Kaliki frowns. She obviously wishes to get through this part of the story as quickly as possible. We left our native desert, crossed half the country to avoid accidentally crossing paths with anyone from our tribe, and set off for a new life and a new skin. What made you flee Kadira? Trouble, Kaliki says quietly. My sister and I took different paths. Kinera was able to earn the trust of a powerful patron, one of Sarenrae's fanatics, a member of the cult of the Dawnflower. His mercenaries hunted down secret cults and monsters day and night. Meanwhile, I found a group of castaways who reminded me of my sister and I as children. Tieflings and genie spawn. We gathered in secret to share our dream of finding our place in the sun. Time passed and these gatherings became more bitter. We yearned to prove that monster blood does not make us monsters. We spoke of how we should unite and enter the great games of Kadiran aristocracy, supporting those who were ready to accept us as equals and bringing down their opponents, who planned to use me as a cover, a beautiful Imbrican, who would be the voice of the castaways. The girl lowers her head. One evening, my sister came to me, full of careless grace. She told me that there was to be a raid on our secret meeting that very night. I had to stay home and not even think of warning the others. It wasn't hard to guess how she found out. The raid was to be held by followers of the cult of Dawnflower, fanatics who fancied themselves cleansing flames, saving the world from evil. Kinera's patron, first among them. At that moment, I realized my sister loved me so much that she was ready to set aside her aspirations and warn me of the danger. But I also realized something else. Kinera was ready to sacrifice any number of innocent lives to get what she wanted. I ran away, after yelling in her face that she was a monster. I left her to warn my friends. It's the last time I saw my sister alive. I tried to save my friends from the raid, but came face to face with wizards from the cult of Dawnflower. They were able to dispel the illusion that protected me and found out I was a tiefling. My secret was revealed, along with my sister's. What a shock it must have been for her patron to find out that a clever tiefling was serving at his side, disguised as a righteous Azamar. There's no worse deed in Kadira than disgracing your patron. Kinera knew this well and tried to flee, terrified of his wrath, but she couldn't get away. Trouble came to her from a place she didn't expect. Ask her about the details if you want. I lack strength to talk about it. The truth is, I betrayed our secret, and my sister died because of it. I was able to bring her back to life, but bitterness has scorched my heart, and will be a part of me until my death. I sympathize with you both. Don't blame yourself. How could you sit at home knowing that your friends would be captured and dragged to a torture chamber? How could you put the life and safety of your sister at risk for a bunch of troublemakers of all things? You and your sister seem to have done everything you could to destroy each other's lives. All this could have been avoided if you were only able to agree. It's hard to imagine a more foolish act. It's a sad outcome, but quite predictable. Don't blame yourself. I don't know the answer, Agranak. But I do see that my good heart led my sister, jewel of my heart, to her death. I still cannot tell whether I was right or wrong, or how I would act if faced with a similar choice. I wish Kynira and I were more alike. We nearly destroyed each other, after failing to accept each other's wishes and the paths we chose. Sometimes I feel that the life we now live is the best we could hope for. We can never meet, can never share each other's sorrows, but at least I don't have to be upset about her cruelty towards others, and she about my softness and recklessness. How'd you end up living in turns? After my sister almost got my friends killed, and I, in my turn, brought the wrath of her former patron down upon her, Kynira died as she fled from him. In terror, I could only pray to the higher powers, and the Arcanothane, Nethys' herald, answered this prayer. I couldn't believe it when she answered my prayer. She promised to bring Kynira back to life on 2 conditions. We would never be able to meet again, and we must keep secret everything that happened. By Nethys' power, my sister and I received our special connection. We cannot be in the same time and reality simultaneously. While one of us is in the material plane, the other one sleeps in the demi-plane, one specially created for us. The divine creature made us agree to these mysterious conditions, and what's even more mysterious, we weren't punished when you discovered our secret. But I think I can hear a storm murmuring on the horizon. We might yet have to pay for our faults. But come what may, at least I did everything I could to tear my sister from the arms of death. How'd you end up at Jamandi's mansion? Oh, I can't answer that question in much detail. The Kaisi you met at the reception of Estov was Kynira. At the time, I'd been sleeping in our demi-plane for over a month. I didn't even know my sister wanted to join the expedition that Lady Jamandi was sending. And then, suddenly, I was thrown out into reality, in the middle of a burning mansion with assassins dashing about, and the Sword Lord fighting monsters in the Grand Hall. Kynira and I usually keep a diary to tell each other in detail what happened during the day, but I didn't exactly have time to read it, and I doubt she had time to write anything during the attack. I ran into the hall and tried to help Jamandi, and then you and your companions appeared. We held back the attack, and you and Tartuccio began accusing each other of spying. Meanwhile, I still couldn't understand what was happening, or where I was. I had to pretend to distrust both sides of your argument, or I might have given myself away too easily. And I had to protect our secret, as one of the conditions of our agreement with Nethys. You had me racking my brain. You had me racking my brains. I have multiple brains. A girl shows up acting like she wants to be my friend, and the next moment she turns her nose up like she's seeing me for the first time. It was clear from the very beginning that something was up with Kaisi. I like number 1. Kaliki smiles faintly. Then you can begin to imagine what it's like for us. People approach me all the time and start talking like they're my friends, and I just stand there trying to remember lines from the diary. Is it the gnome with blue hair, a new admirer who has twice given me flowers, or the gnome banker who wishes to discuss investments in the tours of Lebanese mine? Alright, thank you. Let's talk about how you are now. Kaliki smiles faintly, but her eyes remain sad. Ask what you will. Do you worship Nethys? Tell me about him. Nethys is the god of magic. There are no limits to his power. Kaliki speaks with awe. He was born human, but achieved such unparalleled mastery of magic that he gained divine power. He is the embodiment of paradoxes, contradictions, and making the impossible come true. I called on him at the moment of my greatest need, and he, through his herald, helped me when all the kind and merciful gods fell silent. But I'm no naive worshipper. The gods, especially him, are powerful and unpredictable. Besides, he's hardly interested in my gratitude, but I do honor those who help me. Who is your savior, the Arcanothane? Nethys' herald and his creation. She's a living whirlwind of magical energy, an amazing and powerful creature. She often takes interest in the business of mortals and manifests Nethys' will. In our case, I think he or she's done both. The Arcanothane wanted to intervene and help, but she also told us that Nethys was aware of what had happened. It's so strange to think that a deity turned his eyes on you, if only for a moment. Tell me about your sister. A smile, sincere but sad, appears on Kalaki's face. My sister and I... we are twins, but we're as different as day and night. She was named Kinira, which means silent flame in our tribe's language, and I am named Kalaki, silent storm. Kinira was born a few minutes before me. I suppose she just elbowed me out of the way in her mother's womb to become the firstborn. Being the first, that's what she's always craved. I never felt offended by it, though. Whenever the storm clouds gathered above our heads, heralding danger and trouble, my sister walked forward one step ahead, tightly holding my hand. Sounds like a good sister, for the most part. I wanted to talk about what it means to be a tiefling. Oh, I could tell you a lot about it. How do tieflings come into the world? We are what happens when mortals mix their blood with evil outsiders, mostly demons, daemons, or, as with me and my sister, devils. This heritage can manifest through many generations and can be a cruel blow for the parents of a tiefling. Kalaki frowns. As you probably know, there's hardly a corner in Galarian where the birth of someone like me is considered a welcome gift. I wonder if they'd be welcome in Cheliax. If they're like the tieflings of a devil. Guess you have to prove you're a devil tiefling though, huh? Many think that evil literally runs in tiefling blood, owing to the heritage of their ancestors. Those who think so are both right and wrong. Your fate is not written by your blood alone. Surrendering to the temptation of evil is a choice every tiefling must make for themselves. I have more questions. Tell me about Kadira. It's a beautiful land, but quite unlike the Stolen Lands. My sister and I grew up in a place dominated by the desert. I've often heard from travelers that such landscapes depress them, but there's nowhere I feel more at home. Sand drifts under the sun, life hiding where you'd never expect it, the lush green of a suddenly revealed oasis. There are austere lands, but can be breathtaking. The cities of Kadira are an endless whirlwind of turmoil and bright colors. Some say the heart and essence of every Kadiran city is its temple to Sarenrae. Ever since our country was blessed by the radiant goddess. But I'd put it differently. The heart of every city is a noisy market, with its tents in every color you could imagine. Most of the city's life happens at the market. People go there not only to trade, but also to have fun, negotiate, and spin their intrigues. Take away the market, and what's left of Kadira? It's strange what happened with the Disk of the Eclipse. Kalaki nods. Ancient forces can be mysterious. I thought we'd need to spend a lot of time studying the properties of the disk before we learned how to use it, but it just worked as soon as we touched it. If I understand its action correctly, it attuned itself to the connection between the material plane and our demi-plane. Now we can move between them at will, and the rest is handled by our stranger interconnection. I step into the demi-plane, and Nethys' power transports Kinira from there to the material plane. Why did you decide to remain in my lands? After you found and activated the relic, you could have left. I like living here. For the first time since fleeing Kadira, I feel there's a place in the world I can call home. And besides, Kalaki frowns. I probably should have brought this up myself, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I am very, very worried about the forefather. The devil my sister made a contract with, long ago in Kadira. Kinira thinks he's no longer a threat to us since her death annulled the contract. But I don't believe such a creature can ever leave us in peace. I'd like there to be someone beside me who I can rely on in case he shows up again. Well, you can rely on me. We'll find a way to deal with that devil. If things get bad, we'll have to flee again, and we'll put you and your people at great risk. But I believe it's here that we will find the strength to face hell's claims on us. I have to go. So long, Kalaki. Good luck to you in everything you do. And please, send the sweet teeth off on some errand to keep them away from Kinira. Okay. That's where we're going to end this episode, guys. In the next episode, we'll start investigating the troll problem and kind of inch our way down to the verdant chambers at the same time. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.